What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Hope each of you are well and blessed. All of us watching this know someone who is on Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutide, GLP-1, skinny shots, whatever you want to call them. Perhaps you're watching this and you're on them. Perhaps someone in your family, in your household, at your job are on them. Now, this video is not to point fingers to judge anyone who's on these types of medications, but it is one to bring awareness in terms of the potential dangers that we could be in, okay? The first thing that bothers me being in this space of transformation is these medications are not going to fix obesity. What's going to happen is there's so much money that is behind these shots, these treatments. There's so many billions of dollars behind it that is going to program people to allow, if they need weight loss, that this is going to be the default mechanism upon how they go about it. For example, we go into the doctor's office and your cholesterol is high. The default is take a statin. When you go into the doctor's office and you got high blood pressure, the default is what? Water pill, hypertensive pill. There's always a pill for everything. This is going to be another layer of pills that drug companies continuously push to people. We have to understand that, all right? It's so much money behind these shots that it is projected that if 60 million Americans, that's 1 in 5, get on these shots, which could be there, that it will increase gross domestic product, the overall economy, by 1%. This is how saturated this is going to come. It's in shots now. You're going to see pills later. It's going to be more attainable. Okay. The second reason why we need to be cautious of this is these drugs are going to exacerbate people who have eating disorders. 90% of the people that I've worked with have some type of eating disorder. They're addicted to food, or they have a bad relationship with food. Both I would consider under the auspices of an eating disorder. And the reason why you find it so frequently is because if you are an American, you have been programmed since a child to develop an eating disorder. We eat breakfast thinking about what we're going to eat for lunch. We eat lunch thinking about what we're going to eat for dinner. We need snacks in between that. We're always eating. We're always consuming. Nobody ever teaches us how to fast, why to fast, how it helps. Nobody tells us that some of the best things that you can do is stop eating. We don't learn these things, and our metabolisms become damaged. We develop diabetes, and then we develop a litany of comorbidities that leads us to an early grave. We have to watch this. This is, if a person who has an eating disorder gets on these particular drugs without addressing his or her spiritual, mental, and emotional deficits, then all you're going to see are individuals who are losing weight, but they still have a problem. 3, insurance companies will pay thousands of dollars per month if you're pre-diabetic or you use these for diabetic treatment, but you're really using it off-label to lose weight. But my insurance company won't pay $30 for me to go to a gym. Think about that. They'll pay thousands of dollars for me to get on a shot, but won't pay $30 for me to go to a gym. This entire conversation of semaglutide, GLP-1, Ozempic, Wegovy could be the next opioid crisis. Pharmaceutical companies hooked Americans by incentivizing physicians who put their clients on the drug. We all know this. This is a fact. The more doctors prescribed oxycodone or other type of pain relievers that were opioid based, the more milligrams that those doctors were prescribing, the more the doctors were getting kickback. So what do you think was happening? They were shelling out oxycodone and all types of opioid based pain relieving drugs, and it saturated the streets and it saturated the households and created an entire epidemic. These drugs are going to be this is the next one. It's coming. 47% of Americans have said that they have an interest in taking these drugs. And then a lot of people say, well, you know what? It's a lot of side effects. Yes, there are black box warnings that tell any type of person that has a thyroid condition, stay away from it. Paralysis of the intestines. How does it work? The way it works is threefold. Number one, encouraging the production of insulin in the pancreas. Number two, it works by delaying gastric emptying. What does that mean? That means when you eat food, it takes a longer period of time to go through your digestive system. When digestion is being slowed, what else is being slowed? ATP, metabolism. Your metabolism becomes damaged because it's slowing the rate of how you're digesting food, which is directly connected to how you metabolize the food. But the third thing that it does is it lessens the appetite, 80 to 90% in some cases, depending on how much. So what happens is a lot of people develop an aversion to eating. They don't want to eat. So the reason why you're losing weight is because you're not eating. That does not create a healthy relationship with food. You want to enjoy your food. You want to eat your way to your goal. You want to eat your way to health. But you just have to be educated, structured, and have an understanding. What are the pillars that allow me to live a life to where I have a proper and a healthy relationship with food? All right? You don't want to be out here starving. Who wants that? Now, what I love about our village, we're relatively small as it looks to the vast majority of people, but we don't do anything that's unnatural. And I'm so thankful for that, because this is a ministry for me. This is a ministry for my team. This is a ministry for those who are in partnership with me. And, you know, one day when I'm no longer here and I stand before God, I've got to be accountable that everything I taught and led people to, that I did it the right way. And every single before and after picture that you see, every single person that's come through this particular process has done it naturally. No pills, no shots, no powders, no packaged food, lifestyle, addressing emotional, spiritual issues that are the impetus of the problem. Here we are, a bunch of dope fiends. We live in a dope fiend society where people are pushing drugs and dope and opioids and weight loss meds, all in the name of money. And guess what? The more side effects, the more money the pharmaceutical companies are going to make. Because when people get on Ozempic and then they have nausea, guess what's going to happen? That's another prescription. Okay, I'm going to give you the Ozempic, but here's a pill for the nausea. Or if I have other problems, or if this problem happens, and if people have what is very, very common with these types of shots is suicidal thoughts. The more side effects, the better, and the more money it's going to generate. But I'm looking at somebody that thinks they need a pill, thinks they need a surgeon, thinks they need a procedure. You don't need a pill, you don't need a surgeon, and you don't need a procedure. All you need is to change how you think, be educated properly, be in a community of love and support, have proper accountability, and see that this lifestyle can be done drug-free. Until next time, hope you're well and blessed. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.